I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the winner of this year's speaker contest, who's headed this way to join me on the HS Visio stage. He picked up Nordic Business Forum's competition to find new speaker talent. It takes place every year. This year, there were more than 300 applications from almost 40 countries. And yeah, Duncan Wardle picked it up. He was on stage earlier with his talk, Embedding a Culture of Innovation to Everyone's DNA. I can see him. He's putting up some of the work, I think, that he did on stage, and potentially something new as well. So hopefully we'll find out what's going on there in just a moment. As Pep was saying on the stage, this is a competition that takes place every year. So if you've been inspired by this year's speakers or thought maybe you could do even better, then do keep an eye out for more information on the entry that's going on there. Now, Duncan, you've got your headset on, so do you want to tell us all what you're doing over there, beavering away? And some people on the live stream might not be able to see that view, so tell us what's going on.
I'm a great believer in doing, not listening. Nobody listens. Nobody learns by listening. You learn by doing. Who here has ever been to a brainstorm where nothing ever happened as a result of the brainstorm? Who here knows they're going to be invited to another one this year, already knowing that nothing's going to happen as a result of the brainstorm? Well, perhaps we should stop doing it the way we're doing it now. So I need a volunteer. We're going to brainstorm an idea for a party. Then you're all going to get to have a go. Ooh. Then we're going to do it a different way, one which I believe can change a culture overnight if you choose to get there. But I need a volunteer. We're going to brainstorm an idea for a party. You get to pick the theme. It could be Star Wars, Harry Potter, whatever you like. Who wants to play? Give this lady a round of applause, people. Woo! Hello, what's your name? Nice to meet you. Are you a Star Wars fan, a Harry Potter fan, or something completely different fan?
I'm a fan of a lot of things.
A party, a theme, anything.
I'm going to have a Halloween party.
Halloween party. I'm going to come at you with some ideas for Halloween party. I'd like you to start your response with the words that we hear every day at work. No, because. They'll be the first two words you use, okay? And you'll be telling me why we shouldn't be doing that particular idea, okay?
Sorry, can you say again?
Every single response, you're going to start the words with no, because. They'll be the first two words you use.
No, because.
Okay? All right, so I was thinking we could come, actually, these people could come in first because they're dressed in orange, and we'll get everybody else dressed in orange as well. No, because.
No, because we wear blue every day.
Well, what if we did a pumpkin carving competition? Everybody gets their own pumpkin, and the winner gets to go to Universal Studios to Halloween Horror Nights.
No, because pumpkin carving is messy.
Yeah, no. Oh, I tell you what, we could get everybody on a broomstick, and we could all go flying around looking like idiots.
No, because we don't have enough broomsticks.
Okay, what if we did a pumpkin spice latte?
No, because that's too poser and trendy.
Okay, give this lady a round of applause.
Woo!
Thank you very much. Now, in the spirit of, oh no, do I have to? Oh yes, you do. You're going to stand up because I need the energy. Come on, stand up. Stand up. If you're seated, you're in. So, with your partner, I want one of you to pitch the idea for tonight's party. I want the second person to always respond with the words, no, because. Off you go.
All right.
Would you like first pass of volunteering?
Sure.
The next one we're going to do is exactly the same, except you'll respond with the words yes and, will be the first two words you use, and you'll just give me back depending on what I've given you.
All right.
All right, let me have you back. Now, for those people who were throwing out the idea, how was that exercise? How was it?
Really easy.
Easy to kill ideas, right? Right, if you were honest, you'd say it sucked, it was frustrating, he kept shooting my ideas down, or if you were really honest, you'd say it was business as usual. So, by the way, was your idea getting bigger or smaller? Which way?
Bigger.
Bigger? Okay, that's good. I want to show you a different way of doing it, which, when used at the right time, can change a culture overnight. Maddie has been voluntold, but she's also volunteered. Give her a round of applause, people.
Thanks. This is completely off the cuff, by the way. Had no idea this was going to happen.
Theme for a party, Star Wars or Harry Potter?
Harry Potter, please.
Right, I'm going to come at you with an idea for a Harry Potter party. Unlike our colleague earlier on who started with the words no because, I'd like you to start with the words yes and they'll be the first words you use each time and we'll build on an idea together. So I was thinking of coming over to your house, put a sorting hat in the side of the front door, and all the good people at this conference get Gryffindor, and all the bad people get to go to Slytherin.
Yes, and we'll give them free butterbeer, alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
Yes, and we can have a magic potions room where we make amazing cocktails that turn us into something totally freaky.
Yes, and we'll all have different coloured hair once we've eaten the potions and drunk the potions.
Yes, and you could be Professor McGonagall and I could be Dumbledore.
Yes, and then we'll go wearing our capes and our multicoloured hair and we'll run all the way around the neighbourhood.
Give this lady a round of applause. This time, the second person is pitching the idea. You have to stand, I need the energy. Second person gets to pick the theme for the party, after which you both respond with? Yes and. Off you go.
Thank you.
No worries.
It's fine, I'm not sure. You off.
All right, let me have you back. How was that exercise? Fun. Fun is always the first word you hear. Why shouldn't work be fun? This time around, bigger or smaller? Bigger. You can always take a big idea and value engineer it down. You can't take a small crap idea and turn it into a big one. Far more importantly, you work inside a big organization, a small organization. You have local constituents, local government, regulations, and people to bring on board with your idea. When you'd finished building that idea together, whose idea was it by the time you'd finished? Ours. Two very simple words from the world of improv that have a power of turning my idea into our idea and accelerating its opportunity to get done. If you take nothing away from the last 2 days, don't let the words no because be the first 2 words out of your mouth when somebody comes at you with a new idea. Just remind yourself, we're not green-lighting this idea for execution today, we are merely greenhousing it together. Use yes and. Now, close your eyes. We're going to play a word association game. I'm going to throw out a question. You're going to throw out the first word that comes into your mind, providing it's something you can shout out in public. Where are you usually, and what are you doing when you get your best ideas? Shower, running, jogging, playing, falling asleep in a park, driving,
Cycling.
skiing, sauna. Okay, how many people said to themselves the following 2 words? At work. Hands up. Anybody? Any one person? I could have done that in there with 6,500 people and not one person would have put their hands up. Why? Because, actually, close your eyes again. Picture that last verbal argument you were in with somebody, bit of a screaming match, you're angry at each other, close your eyes. Just think about that last argument you had with somebody. Okay, now the argument's over, you can open your eyes. You turn to walk away from the argument. You're very frustrated, I'm never going to work with that person again. You're 30 seconds away, 60 seconds away from that argument. What just popped into your head just as you turn to walk away from that argument? Totally spontaneously, what popped into your head? So the thing you wish you'd said, the killer one line, or the perfect line. Oh yeah, if I'd have said that, I'd have had him, the perfect line. Did you ever deliver the perfect line during the argument? No. Always comes to you just as you walk away. Why? In an argument, your brain is very, very, very busy defending yourself. Guess what your brain looks like in the office? Emails, presentations, deadlines, PowerPoints, and I hear myself say, I don't have time to think. The number 1 barrier to innovation. When you don't have time to think, the door between your conscious and subconscious brain is firmly closed, slammed shut. Google this. What percentage of my brain is conscious? 13% of your brain is conscious, 87% of your brain is subconscious. Every bicycle ride you've ever been on, any innovation you've ever seen, every creative problem you've ever solved is back there as unrelated stimulus to help you solve that challenge. But when that door is slammed shut, you don't have access to it. So why am I playful? I'm deliberately playful. I asked you to do an energizer at the beginning of today, to be a sex therapist for a honeybee or a designer of parachutes for elephants. What was I doing? I was listening for laughter. The moment I hear laughter, I know that metaphorically I've placed you back on your bicycle or back in the shower where you are when you have your best ideas. That is known as amazing alpha. And if you as leaders are not playful at the right time, you cannot expect your team to follow, and none of them will have their best ideas at work. That is the importance of playfulness at the right time. Right, I'm going to shut up now, and we're going to do the Q&A portion.
We're going to have a go.
And we've got 3 minutes.
You're quite a hard act to follow. That was amazing. Let's give him a huge round of applause for just that last burst of energy that I think a lot of us needed. But, I mean, we should just say congratulations because, you know, this time last year, you were not on the agenda of announced speakers. You've won this competition. Tell us about the process and how it feels to be where you are now.
The process was I broke every single rule they asked me to keep to, and I won.
Tell us what you broke.
I was told, don't draw. People won't like it if you draw Nordic Disney characters. Don't ask Finnish people to participate. They won't.
They did.
Yeah. Oh, and don't go over time. And I always go over time.
But that's awesome. And it's been really great to hear all of your thoughts. What I will say, I don't want to push this anywhere in a pessimistic note, but we have talked a lot about a potential economic crash. It's understandable that there'll be managers thinking, yeah, that was really creative, but now's the time to play it safe. Now's not the time to make major shifts. What are you going to say to them? What are your last nuggets of wisdom of why all this is worth it?
You're going out of business in less than 10 years. It's a post-pandemic world. The biggest challenge facing all of you in the next decade is Generation Z does not want to work for you, and you already know it. You're driven by quarterly results. They're driven by purpose. How's that going to work out? It's not. And so iteration, keep iterating. You'll meet your quarterly results. I was asked to give a talk to Stanley Black & Decker about purpose. I know nothing about tools. I know nothing about Generation Z, or I didn't at the time. So I went to watch this generation purchasing tools. And I went back to Stanley Black & Decker and I said, this generation has never heard of your brand. They didn't talk about your price point or your products. They talked about what was important to them. We're going to build our dream bathroom, our dream kitchen, our dream apartment. I said, your purpose, if you choose to create one, is you could be the brand who helps people build their dreams. And you can see the finance guys rolling their eyes thinking he's nuts. Okay, great. If you're the brand who can help people build their dreams, could you be in construction? Yes. Hospitality, sports, education, building, banking, finances. You could be in any industry you want. No, we make tools. We're really good at it. We're the world's largest tool manufacturer. And there's a growing middle class in India and Mexico. They will buy our tools. No, they won't. Welcome to the world of 3D printing. We're building houses in Houston, Texas today for the price of an iPhone in less than 5 days. I'm working with Pepsi on you printing your own Doritos in your own living room 10 years from today. If I can print Amazon, do you think they want drone delivery to your house? No, they do not. They expect that 35% of the things you purchase online by the year 2035, you will print in your living room. If I can print anything I want on demand 10 to 15 years from today, what will I use a hammer, a chisel, or a saw for? Oh no, they'll make their quarterly results for the next 5 years. They'll iterate. Stanley Black & Decker will not exist by the year 2030 because they are driven by quarterly results, not purpose.
And finally, one last question. The first thing a team leader should do to spark creativity?
Playfulness.
Playfulness. Brilliant. All right, thank you so much for that last question. Let's give it up for Duncan Wardle. Fantastic last guest here on the main stage.